Elon Musk takes over KFC. What happens next is shocking. It was a typical Friday morning when the announcement came, sending shockwaves through the fast food industry and the world at large. The world was no stranger to Elon Musk's unconventional moves, his Twitter outbursts, his rocket launches, the billion-dollar ventures, the electric cars, but this was something else entirely. In a tweet that would go viral in mere seconds, Elon Musk made the boldest, most bizarre announcement to date, taking over KFC. "We're going to revolutionize fried chicken. Buckle up." The tweet was paired with a photo of him grinning, holding a bucket of KFC in one hand, his other hand in the air, as if he was about to give some kind of futuristic TED talk about why the world needed KFC 2.0. The internet exploded with a mixture of confusion, excitement, and a fair bit of skepticism. People were asking, was this a joke? What was the man thinking? But within hours, the answer came, and it was unmistakably serious. The following morning, every KFC restaurant in the country had a new directive. Elon Musk was officially in charge. No, this wasn't a publicity stunt. This wasn't some weird crypto promotion. The man who had revolutionized space travel and electric cars was now taking on the fried chicken empire, and the world had no idea what to expect. Inside the KFC headquarters, chaos had erupted. The company's top executives had convened for an emergency meeting. They were unsure whether to laugh, cry, or start frantically working on a new marketing strategy. "We need a game plan," one executive shouted, his hands shaking as he stared at his laptop, which was flooded with messages from customers and shareholders. "This is a PR disaster. A billionaire with a Twitter following larger than our stock market value wants to own our chicken. How do we pivot? How do we make this work?" Another executive, less concerned with the public outcry and more focused on the implications for the chicken, raised an eyebrow. "I mean, he's Elon Musk. If anyone could turn fried chicken into something cool, it's probably him. Maybe we just need to lean into it." While the company's leadership scrambled to figure out how to respond, Elon Musk was not wasting any time. His first move was to release a short video explaining the takeover. It was shot in the most absurd manner possible. Wearing a simple KFC apron and standing in front of a giant fryer, Elon held up a chicken leg, staring at it thoughtfully. "You might be wondering why I'm doing this," Elon said, the tone of the video as serious as a SpaceX launch. "Well, fried chicken is like space travel. It's been the same for too long. Everyone's been doing it the same way, just like in the 60s when rocket science was the same and boring. But what if we could make it better? What if KFC wasn't just about chicken, but about creating a better future for the human palate?" His face was totally serious. Behind him, a giant stack of mashed potatoes and biscuits sat, almost like a scientific experiment in progress. "We're going to bring in automation," he continued, holding up a bucket of chicken. "Imagine a robot frying your chicken. We're going to make KFC sustainable. Carbon-neutral chicken. Electric chicken. The future is now." Elon dropped the chicken leg dramatically onto a plate, where it landed with a sickening thud. "The world's ready for this. I'm not just bringing fried chicken to the next level. I'm going to take you into the future of flavor. Ready for a kernel revolution?" The video ended with a robotic sound that Elon probably thought was futuristic, but just left everyone wondering if they were watching a viral marketing campaign or the most expensive episode of Black Mirror ever. By the time the video finished trending, Twitter was buzzing with hashtags like #ElonFried, #ColonelMusk, and #KFCRevolution. Some people were outraged, others were curious, but most just couldn't believe it. Was this real? Did Elon Musk really just take over KFC? The answer? Yes, it was real. In an interview with a CNBC reporter later that week, Elon elaborated on his vision. "We're not just frying chicken," Elon said, lounging casually in a KFC booth while holding a tray of chicken wings. "We're redesigning the chicken process. Think bigger. We're talking genetically engineered chickens that grow faster, taste better, and are part of a totally sustainable ecosystem. Oh, and the mashed potatoes? No more plastic spoons. We're getting rid of single-use plastics. Everything's reusable." He paused for dramatic effect. "Also, we're going to change the way you think about gravy. Ever seen gravy made in zero gravity? Well, you will. The reporter stared at him, mouth agape. Elon, are you seriously trying to make KFC a part of space exploration? Elon smiled a little too widely. You could say it's a stellar idea. And so began the next phase of Elon Musk's bold new venture, the fusion of KFC and cutting-edge technology. By week 2 of the takeover, Elon had implemented several key changes that would go down in history as either the most genius ideas in fast food or complete madness. For starters, the company had fully embraced automation. Every KFC kitchen now featured robotic fryers that cooked chicken faster than ever before. These bots, nicknamed Frybots, could churn out perfect chicken without a human ever touching it. It's like having an army of little Elon Musks in every kitchen, he proudly declared at the launch event. Then came the Beyond Chicken, KFC's new plant-based fried chicken designed to compete with the likes of Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat. Elon had promised that the new chicken would be so real that even the most dedicated meat eaters wouldn't know the difference. It's about the future, he said. Why limit ourselves to just regular chicken? Let's have chicken that is as sustainable as a Tesla. But the real shocker came when Elon introduced the Colonel 2.0, a robotic version of the iconic Colonel Sanders, fully equipped with artificial intelligence, who would offer customers a personalized, futuristic dining experience. Customers could now order chicken through an AI interface that would ask about their moods, preferences, and even suggest new sides based on their diet. If the customer was feeling adventurous, the Colonel 2.0 would recommend a new combination of chicken with, say, honey mustard drizzle and jalapeno-flavored mashed potatoes. And, of course, the Colonel 2.0 was voiced by none other than Elon Musk himself. As the weeks passed, the world continued to watch in a mixture of amusement and disbelief as Elon Musk took KFC to places no one had ever imagined. What had started as a simple tweet had morphed into a full-blown transformation of the fast food giant. And while some critics questioned the sanity of it all, others couldn't help but marvel at the sheer audacity of Musk's ideas. One of the first changes was the debut of the Tesla chicken car, a sleek, futuristic vehicle designed specifically for KFC deliveries. The chicken was delivered in style, with each car equipped with a high-tech system that allowed customers to get their fried chicken fresh, fast, and with zero emissions. The cars were fully autonomous, of course, meaning no human driver was needed, just another brilliant layer of Musk's endless need to disrupt every industry. The Tesla chicken car would pull up to your house, slow down just enough for the customer to retrieve their chicken, and then speed off, often without stopping to give the customer the chance to say thank you. After all, in Musk's world, time was money, and if he could deliver fried chicken faster than ever before, why not make the process even more efficient? But then came the KFC menu revamp. You wanted fried chicken in the future? Now you'll get it. Musk declared at the launch event, standing in front of a large screen showing the new KFC menu. The audience looked on in disbelief as items like fried chicken DNA and Mars tenders flashed across the screen. Fried chicken DNA? One reporter from the New York Times asked, visibly puzzled. What does that even mean? Elon grinned. We've patented a way to enhance the taste and tenderness of the chicken by altering its genetic code. It's not genetic engineering, it's genetic improvement. Think of it as upgrading your chicken to the next generation. The room went silent as the implications of Musk's words sank in. Genetic chicken enhanced and optimized by the mind of Elon Musk. It sounded like something out of a sci-fi movie, but here he was, standing in front of a live audience, selling the idea as if it were the next big step in human evolution. But Musk wasn't done. You'll notice a new section on the menu, he continued, his voice full of pride. The Martian Feast. He gestured toward the screen, which now showed a strange greenish plate filled with what appeared to be fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and a glowing neon orange sauce. This is the chicken of the future. We've worked with NASA to recreate the optimal fried chicken that astronauts will eat on Mars. It's practical, it's sustainable, and it's delicious. The room buzzed with a mixture of intrigue and concern. One journalist raised their hand, still visibly processing the bizarre revelations. Elon, are you saying you're planning to send fried chicken to Mars? Elon leaned forward, his face lighting up with excitement. Well, that's just the beginning. Once we establish a base on Mars, I want to make sure that every human up there gets a taste of Earth's finest delicacy. Can you imagine a Mars colony with access to real fried chicken? That's the kind of world I want to live in. The journalist, looking a bit skeptical, asked, but why KFC? Why this? Why not focus on space or sustainable energy or Tesla cars? Elon smiled widely, clearly relishing the opportunity to explain his thought process. Because KFC is more than just fried chicken. It's a cultural icon. It represents the potential for innovation, for doing things that have never been done before. And if we can make fried chicken better, we can make the whole world, hell, even the universe, better. Besides, who doesn't want to eat some KFC while solving the world's biggest challenges? The crowd erupted in applause, some out of genuine appreciation for the absurdity of the situation, others because they truly believed Musk was onto something. It was hard not to be swept up in his enthusiasm, his infectious energy. He had an uncanny ability to convince people that his wildest ideas were not only possible but inevitable. A week later, KFC unveiled its new app, which was arguably one of the most bizarre, yet ingenious, ideas to come from the merger of Elon Musk and fried chicken. The KFC app allowed customers to track the lifetime efficiency of their fried chicken orders. Using AI-powered technology, the app provided real-time data on the carbon footprint of every chicken tender consumed. For example, if a customer ordered a 10-piece bucket of chicken, the app would calculate the environmental impact of each piece, measuring everything from the energy used to cook it to the waste generated by the packaging. The more eco-friendly the order, the more green points they earned, which could be redeemed for future purchases or donated to sustainability initiatives. While some customers were baffled by the eco-conscious chicken orders, others embraced it as a new-age way to eat and feel good about their environmental impact. KFC with a conscience. But the most shocking and endearing change came when Elon introduced the Colonel 2.0. No longer a simple marketing mascot, the Colonel was now an advanced AI robot capable of personalizing every order. Customers could interact with the Colonel through KFC's mobile app, and the AI would recommend new items based on customer preferences, moods, and even dietary restrictions. But what made the Colonel 2.0 truly unique was that it was voiced by none other than Elon Musk. Why not? Elon had said in an interview, people already love the Colonel's voice, so why not make it more intelligent? The Colonel 2.0, with Musk's robotic, yet oddly endearing voice, became the most requested feature at KFC outlets. "Welcome to KFC," the Colonel would say with a warm, slightly sarcastic tone. "What can I get you today? A crispy bucket of chicken? Or are you in the mood for something revolutionary?" Customers couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity, but they loved it. The combination of humor, innovation, and genuine care for their customer experience made KFC not just a place to eat, but a place to experience. And through it all, Elon Musk was exactly where he wanted to be, changing the world one chicken wing at a time. Inside the newly revamped KFC, things were anything but typical. The futuristic aesthetic that Elon Musk had envisioned was on full display. Bright LED lights, screens everywhere, and a menu board that looked more like a digital spaceship than a fast food restaurant. The employees, now equipped with state-of-the-art, Elon-approved uniforms, moved like a well-oiled machine. But this wasn't just any KFC. Today, Elon Musk was bringing his wildest ideas to life in the most ridiculous way possible. It all started with a surprise announcement that came over the loudspeaker, an unmistakable voice that was, of course, Elon Musk himself. "Hey, KFC patrons!" Elon's voice boomed from the speakers, sounding like he was personally addressing every single person in the restaurant. "Today's a very special day. We're doing things a little differently. If you can finish this massive bucket of chicken in the next 30 minutes, I'll personally pay for your entire meal. Oh, and you'll get a lifetime supply of KFC delivered by your very own Tesla chicken car. Think you can handle it?" The employees, all wearing their KFC uniforms with a Tesla logo slapped on them, exchanged amused glances. They had no idea Elon was going to pull something like this, but they had learned to just go with it by now. Inside, a group of unsuspecting customers turned to look at each other, unsure of what was happening. One family sitting in the corner, barely halfway through their meal, blinked at each other as if they'd just been asked to enter the Hunger Games. A couple of college students, already deep into their second round of chicken tenders, looked up from their phones with raised eyebrows, whispering among themselves. "Wait, what did he just say? Lifetime supply of chicken?" One of the students asked, his eyes widening in disbelief. "I mean, that's tempting, right?" Before anyone could respond, a young man with a KFC hat and a clipboard appeared at each table, eyes gleaming with the kind of excitement that only comes from being part of Elon Musk's latest absurdity. "I'm here to confirm your participation in the Elon Musk KFC challenge," he declared dramatically. "Are you ready to take on the 30-minute chicken challenge?" A few brave souls immediately raised their hands, clearly excited at the idea of free food and glory, but there were also plenty of hesitant looks. "I dunno. I don't think I could finish this much chicken," one woman said, eyeing her bucket with suspicion. The challenge had officially begun. The clock started ticking, displayed on a huge digital screen above the counter. As the seconds ticked down, customers nervously eyed their buckets of crispy fried chicken, some digging in with determination, others glancing over at the Elon-approved KFC staff who were watching them like they were contestants on a game show. Meanwhile, Elon, always one to make things even more interesting, was sneaking around in the back, setting up ridiculous challenges that only someone with his sense of humor could devise. In one corner of the restaurant, a KFC worker walked up to a table where a young man and woman were sitting, both struggling to finish their buckets. Can I help you?" the employee asked nervously. The woman looked up, tired and covered in grease. "We're just trying to finish, but it's a lot of chicken." "Not for long," the employee grinned. "Elon's making it interesting. If you finish it in the next 5 minutes, we'll bring you a Tesla chicken car. And yes, that's real. It's a fully autonomous electric car that'll drive you home and deliver your food." "I know it's wild, but that's Musk for you." The woman's eyes lit up. "A Tesla chicken car? How does that even work?" But before the employee could respond, the same voice blared from the speakers again. "I've just had an idea. Let's make it even more fun. Shall we?" For the next 5 minutes, every table that finishes their chicken with at least 10 minutes left on the clock will get a special Elon Musk KFC gift pack that includes a limited edition, one-of-a-kind Colonel Sanders action figure. "It's voiced by me." "You're welcome." The woman looked at the man across from her, suddenly energized. "Are we really doing this?" she asked, picking up her last piece of chicken with a wild grin. They both laughed, and in a hilarious blur of flailing limbs and chicken wings, they started to shovel fried chicken into their mouths at an almost comical speed. KFC employees were now circulating through the restaurant, cheering people on like an old-school game show. "You're doing great. Keep going. Elon's waiting for your victory." Just as the clock hit the 5-minute mark, and the last customers were finishing their meal, the doors to the restaurant opened wide and enrolled the Tesla chicken car. The sleek, futuristic vehicle glided into the restaurant like it was part of an entirely new genre of car commercials. The restaurant erupted into applause. One particularly enthusiastic customer stood up and yelled, "It's like the future, but with chicken!" With perfect timing, the car's automated door opened, revealing a robotic KFC employee holding up the highly anticipated Colonel Sanders action figure, complete with a tiny tuxedo and an electric-powered fried chicken drumstick in hand. Elon Musk himself appeared, casually strolling into the restaurant, a wide grin on his face. "You guys crushed it. I knew I was right to believe in the future of fried chicken." Elon, one of the customers asked, clearly confused. When did you? "I was just in the back testing the chicken bots. But I heard some of you talking about how much you love the idea of futuristic fried chicken," Elon said, holding up his phone. "Now, let's see if we can create an even better chicken experience. Sustainably, what if KFC could be the first restaurant to have fully autonomous dining? Imagine robots that deliver your food, take your orders, and even recommend secret menu items you didn't know existed. Would you like that?" The crowd, stunned but equally entertained, erupted into laughter and applause, eagerly agreeing to whatever wacky ideas Elon Musk had up his sleeve next. They were here for it. This wasn't just another lunch. This was the future of fried chicken, and everyone wanted in on it. But the best part? As the customers filed out of the restaurant, some clutching their limited edition Colonel Sanders action figures, Elon gave one last quirky suggestion. Next time, I'll see you all at the KFC Moon Colony drive-thru, where we'll make chicken out of this world. As the crowd laughed, everyone knew that no matter how absurd it seemed, this was a part of history. And no one would forget the day Elon Musk took over KFC and turned it into something out of this world. It wasn't long before Elon Musk's strange influence on KFC reached new heights. The Tesla chicken car had become a popular conversation piece. The Colonel Sanders action figures were flying off the shelves, and the once ordinary restaurant now felt like a bizarre but oddly fascinating intersection of fast food and tech innovation. And it wasn't just the customers who were having fun with the changes. Elon's takeover had even started to infect the staff, who had embraced the idea of futuristic fried chicken with a mix of enthusiasm and deep, existential confusion. It was a Tuesday afternoon when things really took a turn. The store was moderately busy, with customers still cautiously embracing the new, high-tech KFC experience, when a loud thud came from the back of the restaurant. An employee dashed to the kitchen area, where a strange sight awaited him. There, standing next to the fryer, was none other than a robot, the Frybot, completely out of control, spinning in tight circles with a stack of chicken buckets attached to its arms, careening into the walls like a bad episode of the Jetsons. "Help! The Frybot is going rogue!" the employee shouted, running for cover. Inside the kitchen, another employee tried desperately to regain control of the malfunctioning robot, but every time the Frybot tried to stop, it started flipping the buckets into the air like a circus performer gone wrong. "Elon! Elon!" they shouted, unsure if he was nearby and ready to help with his latest bot catastrophe. Elon, ever the opportunist, was already there, hovering in the kitchen doorway, arms crossed, grinning like he had just solved a major problem. "I see we've got a little spice added to the recipe today." He stepped forward, undeterred by the chaos unfolding before him. "It's all part of the learning curve, folks. You see, we have to give the Frybot time to grow into its role. It's just a little too excited. A few tweaks and we'll have perfectly fried chicken every time." The Frybot, for its part, seemed more focused on flinging buckets of chicken across the kitchen than cooking anything at all. As it spun wildly, a bucket of mashed potatoes launched through the air, narrowly missing Elon, splattering against the wall behind him. "See?" Elon chuckled, completely unfazed. "Futuristic. It's happening right before our eyes." A few employees stared at him, unsure if they should be impressed or horrified. One employee, who had been standing idly by, decided now was as good a time as any to speak up. Elon, maybe we should, turn it off before it flips all the chicken to the ceiling." "Oh, no," Elon waved off the concern. "We're teaching it the art of flight. Let it go. Let's see if it can make it to the moon." The robot, no longer under anyone's control, spun in another chaotic loop, sending more chicken flying in every direction. A customer who had been quietly eating their meal looked up at the chaos, wide-eyed. "Is this part of the experience?" they asked, incredulously. Elon smiled. "Oh, absolutely. The future of dining. A little bit of chaos keeps things interesting. It's like interactive dining. Who needs plain old regular fried chicken when you can be part of the journey? Imagine this in a few years, though. Space fried chicken." The Frybot finally came to an abrupt halt, a chicken bucket precariously dangling from one of its arms like a half-eaten trophy. Elon applauded it. "Perfect landing. That's exactly what we need. Get that one in the Mars colony's fridge." A few customers, still in shock, looked back and forth between the malfunctioning Frybot, the chicken strewn across the walls, and the surprisingly cheerful Elon, who seemed to be thoroughly enjoying the scene. "Ladies and gentlemen," Elon boomed, once again standing on the restaurant stage, "you just witnessed the future of dining. A little bit of chaos, a dash of unpredictability, and a lot of fried chicken." People weren't sure whether to cheer or call for a health inspection. But Elon wasn't done. He wanted to raise the stakes. He pulled out his phone and tweeted something to his millions of followers. "Time for the Elon KFC challenge. Next 5 customers to finish the entire meal will get a Tesla chicken fry delivery service. complete with autonomous chicken delivery. First, we change the world. Then, we bring it fried chicken. Within minutes, a line formed at the counter, and several brave souls had started the challenge. The challenge, much like the rest of Elon's KFC takeover, was an eccentric twist on reality. Customers were tasked with finishing an absurdly large platter of chicken and sides within 20 minutes to win the grand prize. But things quickly took an even funnier turn when Elon decided to join in on the challenge. Not as a participant, but as a helper. Elon, one customer asked, eyeing him suspiciously, "You're not actually going to help us, right?" Elon grinned. "Well, since you asked so nicely, I'll give you a little boost." He stepped forward with a robot that could best be described as a chicken pushbot. A small, friendly-looking robot equipped with a mechanical arm holding a large KFC bucket. It approached the table where two customers were just about to finish their meal, and Elon, without warning, started feeding them. "Here we go, more chicken. You've got this. You're almost there." Elon cheered enthusiastically, feeding them with a little too much energy, turning what was supposed to be a competitive eating challenge into a full-blown, absurd feeding frenzy. "Wait, Elon, you're cheating," one customer laughed, trying to shove chicken into their mouth while the chicken pushbot continued to deliver food at an almost ridiculous pace. "Oh, come on," Elon replied with a wink. "It's not cheating if I'm helping you achieve your potential." The customers laughed, while other patrons in the restaurant began to shout words of encouragement. The whole scene had turned into an impromptu celebration. Soon, the employees had joined in, clapping, chanting, and laughing along with the spectacle. "This is the future of fried chicken," Elon declared triumphantly, standing on a chair in the middle of the restaurant, holding a bucket of chicken like a trophy. Fast food? No, fun food. KFC isn't just about chicken. It's about bringing the future to your table in the most entertaining way possible. Get ready for space-age flavor, my friends. And in the midst of all the absurdity, it was hard to deny one thing. No one had ever had so much fun eating fried chicken. Just when the restaurant thought things couldn't get any crazier, Elon Musk raised the stakes once more. The chicken pushbot had turned what was already a chaotic eating challenge into a spectacle, and the entire restaurant was buzzing with laughter, energy, and disbelief. Customers who had initially walked in for a simple meal of fried chicken were now participating in what could only be described as the world's most absurd food experience. Elon, never one to back down from an idea once it was in motion, looked around at the chaos, nodding to himself with a mischievous grin. "Okay, folks," he announced, stepping back onto his impromptu stage, which, thanks to the chaotic chicken pushbot incident, had become a point of pride in the restaurant. "I think it's time to take this to the next level." The restaurant, which had settled into a comfortable mix of people eating and laughing, now paused, suddenly on edge, wondering what absurdity would come next. Without missing a beat, Elon pulled out a tablet and tapped on it quickly. Introducing the KFC 3D printer. A collective gasp filled the room as a large machine, somewhat resembling a futuristic waffle iron crossed with a 3D printer, was wheeled into the center of the restaurant. The machine hummed to life as a large screen flashed with the word, "Chicken Nuggets 2.0 in bold, electric letters. Okay, before you get any ideas," Elon said, holding up a hand to stop the confused murmurs in the crowd. "This isn't just any ordinary 3D printer. It's space-grade technology that we've adapted to create fully customized fried chicken. You can now print your own chicken, exactly how you want it, right in front of your eyes. Want spicy chicken? Print it. Want chicken with extra crunch? Print it. Want chicken that tastes like it's from Mars? You got it." People in the restaurant exchanged glances, unsure if they were being pranked or if they were truly living in the future of fast food. But their curiosity was piqued. The 3D printer beeped, signaling that it was ready. A curious onlooker stepped up. Is this really going to work? How does it?" Elon grinned and pressed a few buttons on the tablet. "Simple. We've done a bit of tweaking here, making the chicken print faster, more flavor-packed, and, most importantly, greener than anything you've ever had. Just wait for it." With a final whir of the printer, A golden, crispy nugget of chicken was slowly extruded from the machine, and it was plated up like it had been carefully fried by a professional chef. Voila! Elon announced, throwing his arms out dramatically. The first ever 3D printed fried chicken nugget. The crowd looked at the nugget, trying to process what they were seeing. The nugget was the perfect golden brown, as if it had been plucked right out of a fryer, and a few brave customers, who'd been eyeing it suspiciously, finally took a bite. What is this? One of the customers exclaimed after chewing, eyes wide in surprise. It's good. It tastes just like the real thing. I told you, Elon said, practically beaming with pride. The future of fried chicken isn't about just cooking it. It's about creating it the way you want it, instantly. But then, in true Elon fashion, he raised his hand for silence and nodded toward another employee. Okay, enough with the plain chicken nuggets. Let's take this next level. The employee rolled out a second machine, this one clearly labeled Colonel Sanders Chicken 2.0. It was a shiny, silver contraption that seemed more at home in a sci-fi movie than a restaurant. Elon tapped a button, and it came to life, its robotic arms moving gracefully. This one prints Colonel Sanders himself. Perfectly cloned fried chicken, every time. Elon grinned like a proud inventor unveiling his latest masterpiece. Now, the ultimate challenge. The crowd was silent, waiting to see where he was going with this. You can print your own Colonel Sanders doppelganger. I'm talking about perfectly replicating the fried chicken recipe that's been passed down for generations. Except this one comes with a bonus feature. Elon turned the machine around, unveiling a small screen on the side. Colonel Sanders, as voiced by me. The audience exploded in laughter, but Elon, ever the entertainer, kept going. That's right. Imagine Colonel Sanders in a digital interface giving you personalized fried chicken advice. Want to know why your chicken isn't crunchy enough? Colonel Sanders will tell you. Want to know if you need extra spices for the perfect seasoning? Colonel's got your back. A few patrons raised their hands, clearly amused. So wait, you're telling me the Colonel is actually going to talk to us through the machine? Elon's face lit up with excitement. Exactly. Not only can you print fried chicken with the best recipe known to humankind, but you get personalized advice from the Colonel himself. Are you ready for your ultimate fried chicken experience? The first brave customer, clearly in on the joke, leaned in and asked the digital screen, "Okay, Colonel, how do I make my chicken extra crispy?" From the machine came a voice, unmistakably Elon's, but in an exaggerated, deep Southern accent. "Well, partner, I'd say you need to turn up the heat and add 3 extra dashes of cayenne pepper. That'll give it the kick you need." The customer burst out laughing. This is amazing. The whole restaurant now became a mix of laughter, enthusiasm, and genuine curiosity. People were crowding around, trying to get their own personal Colonel Sanders fried chicken advice. Some making requests for extra crispy, others asking for spicy variations. "Okay, Elon, this is too much," one customer yelled between fits of laughter. "I thought this was just about fried chicken, not futuristic fried chicken, talking chickens, and robots taking over KFC." Elon smiled, standing proudly amidst the spectacle. "Look, we've gone way past the point of just frying chicken. Why stop there? KFC is about to go intergalactic. Space fried chicken, robot assistants, and Colonel Sanders 2.0. This is the future, my friend." Just as the crowd settled into a frenzy of joy, trying out different chicken variations and listening to digital Colonel Sanders give tips, Elon looked up at the ceiling, as if envisioning the future of KFC. He said to the room, "We're about to make KFC the first restaurant chain with a fully autonomous, fully sustainable fried chicken factory in space. Just imagine the possibilities. Moon chicken, Mars chicken, asteroid chicken." As the days went on, KFC restaurants everywhere began to transform into something out of a sci-fi movie. What had started as a few quirky ideas, robotic fryers, 3D printed chicken, and a digital Colonel Sanders, had quickly escalated into a full-blown revolution in fast food. Elon Musk, once known for his work in space and electric cars, had now turned his attention to revolutionizing the fried chicken industry. And it was working. People couldn't get enough of the bizarre, yet strangely appealing, new KFC experience. On the surface, the restaurant appeared to be a typical KFC, with the familiar buckets of chicken, mashed potatoes, and biscuits. But beneath the surface, things were different. The entire restaurant now operated using AI-driven systems. The chicken pushbot was everywhere, and customers had the option to interact with fully automated robots at their tables, ordering custom chicken dishes or even having their chicken personalized based on their mood. Some customers were loving it, others were laughing at the sheer absurdity of it all. But everyone had one thing in common. They were talking about KFC. But there was one thing Elon had yet to unveil. A game changer that would flip the fast food industry on its head and, once again, leave the world wondering, how is this even possible? It was an unassuming Thursday afternoon when Elon Musk arrived at one of his newly revamped KFC locations, his ever-present enthusiasm bubbling over. All right, it's time to take things to the next level, he announced to a group of employees standing around. He raised a finger in the air, the way someone might before revealing the punchline to a grand joke. Today, we're rolling out the final part of my plan. The KFC drone delivery system. The room fell silent, employees exchanging looks of shock and confusion. Had Elon really just said what they thought he said? Drones? One of the employees asked, still not entirely sure he'd heard correctly. You want us to deliver fried chicken? With drones? Elon smiled, his grin wide enough to rival the moon landing. Exactly. Not just any drones, though. Tesla drones, fully autonomous, able to deliver your chicken straight to your doorstep. Hot and fresh. He walked over to a small control panel in the back of the restaurant and hit a button, causing the ceiling to rumble and a loud mechanical whirring sound to fill the air. Then, from the corner of the room, a sleek, shiny drone began to hover into view. It was equipped with a sleek KFC bucket holder, ready to deliver food directly to customers' homes. The drone zipped across the room, carrying a bucket of chicken like a delivery pro, hovering gracefully through the air. The employees gaped. Elon beamed. These drones will do more than just fly your chicken to your door, he continued. They will be programmed with advanced AI that knows your preferences. They'll learn what you like, from the amount of spice to your side choices. The KFC drone delivery system isn't just fast, it's intelligent. And that means better chicken, faster delivery, and a whole lot of surprises along the way. The drone zoomed around the restaurant in a perfect arc, its path seamless and graceful, like it was born to serve fried chicken. It landed softly at one of the tables, where a completely unsuspecting customer stared in stunned silence. The drone gently lowered the bucket of chicken, paused, then buzzed its little drone buzzer, as if saying, "Your meal is ready. Enjoy." The customer's mouth dropped open. Is this real life? Elon shrugged, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Yep, welcome to the future. Meanwhile, the restaurant's walls were now adorned with screens, showing off the various parts of Elon's larger KFC 2.0 vision. And you know what? This is just the beginning, Elon continued, now pacing back and forth, clearly on a roll. In a few months, we'll be rolling out the KFC Hyperloop drive-thru. It'll get your chicken to you faster than any traditional drive-thru could. At 700 miles per hour, the room filled with nervous chuckles, but no one was sure whether Elon was joking or not. He was notorious for his big ideas. Think about it, he continued, as if the room needed more convincing. Imagine a world where you don't just get your chicken delivered. You experience it. We'll be offering the first ever full dining experience in the back of a Tesla while the car drives you through the future of fast food. It's more than just eating. It's living the dream. The employees exchanged bewildered looks, trying to wrap their heads around the magnitude of what Elon was saying. But no one doubted his ability to make the impossible possible. In his world, these ideas weren't crazy, they were just another Tuesday. Meanwhile, in the dining area, the customers were beginning to catch wind of what was happening. One particularly brave customer, seeing the drone's successful delivery to the table, stepped up to the counter and asked, "So, what do I have to do to get that kind of delivery? Is this something anyone can get in on?" Elon, overhearing, grinned. "You know what? Just for you, my friend, I'll make it happen." "Give me a minute. I'll personally deliver this to you. On my Tesla drone." He wasn't kidding. The crowd watched, open-mouthed, as Elon ran to the back, emerging a few moments later with a hot bucket of chicken, which he handed off to the drone. The drone, flying smoothly through the air, made its way to the customer's table, landing neatly in front of him. The customer looked up at Elon, who was smiling proudly, his hands on his hips. "Just like I promised," Elon said with a wink. "Welcome to the KFC revolution. No more waiting for your food. No more standard delivery times. This is the future of chicken." The customer, still stunned, gave Elon a thumbs up. "I'm sold. This is the weirdest, most futuristic KFC experience I've ever had. But I'm in." Elon nodded enthusiastically. "Of course you are. Who wouldn't want their chicken delivered by a robot drone? The possibilities are endless. The future of fast food isn't about frying chicken. It's about launching it to new heights." With the drone now flying its way out of the restaurant to make another delivery, and Elon watching proudly from the front, it was clear to everyone inside. KFC had officially entered the future. And while the whole thing felt a bit surreal, it was also kind of genius. The next few days were a whirlwind for KFC. News outlets, social media platforms, and customers alike couldn't stop talking about Elon Musk's latest takeover of the beloved fast food chain. The 3D printed chicken, the Tesla chicken car, the Kernel 2.0 AI assistant, and of course, the KFC drone delivery system. Everything was turning heads and sparking conversations. But as with every new revolution, not everyone was on board with the changes. Some customers, particularly the longtime KFC regulars, were beginning to feel like they had been left behind in this technological frenzy. They missed the old days when they could simply walk into a KFC, order a bucket of chicken, and leave without all the futuristic gadgets. And while some loved the absurdity of the changes, others were starting to question whether the future of fried chicken was getting a little too far ahead of itself. As the controversy began to rise, Elon, ever the determined visionary, knew it was time for another big reveal. And this time, it wasn't just about the chicken. In a bold move, Elon invited customers to an exclusive event that would address all the concerns and highlight the bigger picture behind his KFC takeover. The invitation read, "Join me at the first ever KFC Customer Appreciation Day, where you'll witness the future of fried chicken and meet the man himself. Elon Musk will answer all your questions and show you what the future holds for food and technology." The day of the event, the KFC location was packed to the brim. Long lines of excited fans, media personnel, and skeptical patrons gathered outside, awaiting the big reveal. As the doors swung open, Elon himself stepped into the restaurant with a dramatic flair, flanked by his army of frybots and Tesla chicken cars. His charismatic grin and the unmistakable swagger were back, but this time, he seemed different, more thoughtful, more aware of the mixed reactions his takeover had generated. "All right, everyone," Elon said, stepping onto the stage in front of a large crowd of eager onlookers. "I know what you're all thinking. This has been a lot to digest. And I get it. I get that not everyone is ready to see fried chicken revolutionized this much. But I'm here today to show you why I believe in the future of KFC and why this change, this disruption, is actually going to make the world a better place." He paused dramatically, eyes scanning the crowd. The tension in the room was palpable, and there were a few murmurs from the back as people shuffled in their seats, waiting to hear what Elon would say next. "I know you missed the old days," Elon continued, leaning in slightly as if he were about to share a secret. "I know you missed the simple pleasure of walking into your neighborhood KFC, ordering a bucket of chicken, and just sitting down with your family and friends. No questions asked. And that's why I've decided to bring it all back." The crowd fell silent, clearly confused by Elon's unexpected admission. Was he backing down? Was he admitting that his wild ideas had been too much too fast? But Elon added, leaning back and throwing his arms wide, "What if we didn't have to choose? What if we could have it all? The familiar comfort of your classic KFC meal, combined with the cutting-edge innovation that's going to make this world and this planet better." The audience, now intrigued, watched as Elon gestured toward a large screen behind him, which displayed a futuristic concept of KFC. It was the same familiar KFC layout, the same buckets of chicken and mashed potatoes, but it was paired with sleek, eco-friendly design elements, holographic menus, and an overall clean, modern atmosphere. This is the KFC 2.0, Elon continued. This isn't about getting rid of the classics. This is about improving them, about combining the nostalgia you love with the possibilities that the future holds. And today, I'm going to prove that to you. As the crowd continued to murmur, Elon gestured to one of the Tesla chicken cars in the corner of the restaurant, now parked and ready for display. Take a look at the future of food delivery. The Tesla chicken car isn't just about getting you your chicken fast. It's about sustainability. Imagine receiving your KFC order, delivered right to your door without any waste. Zero emissions, fully autonomous, and powered by clean energy. The crowd began to perk up, clearly impressed by the concept of green technology combined with something so beloved by millions. Elon had a knack for making seemingly absurd ideas sound visionary, and this was no different. But here's the kicker, he said, his eyes sparkling with excitement. We're taking it a step further. Today, I'm launching a new program called KFC for All. This program will provide free, fully automated chicken deliveries to people in need. Whether it's low-income communities, shelters, or anyone who can't afford it, we're making sure that fried chicken isn't just a luxury. It's a basic human right. The crowd erupted in applause. For all of his eccentricities and unconventional methods, Elon Musk had managed to do something truly groundbreaking in the world of fast food. He was using his influence, his technology, and his wealth to make a positive impact on society. And that, at least for a moment, silenced all the critics. But Elon wasn't done. He pressed a button on the podium, and suddenly, the entire KFC menu was displayed on a massive screen. And now, Elon said, for the final part of my KFC revolution, I'm announcing the Elon Musk KFC Meal Box. This is a limited edition meal box that includes a fully customized KFC order, designed to match your exact preferences, with a touch of space-age innovation. Want extra crispy chicken? No problem. Want mashed potatoes with zero plastic? Done. This box will come with a personalized message from me, and you'll even get a voucher for your first free drone delivery. As the crowd went wild, Elon stepped back and surveyed the room. The skepticism that had filled the air earlier in the day seemed to have evaporated, replaced by genuine excitement. The customers weren't just sold on the technology. They were bought into the vision. A world where KFC was about more than just chicken. It was about bringing people together, using innovation to solve real problems, and doing it all while having a little fun. Now, Elon said, raising his hand to signal the end of the event, I want you to understand something. This isn't just about KFC. This is about the future. A future where food, technology, and sustainability go hand in hand. Where we don't just eat because we're hungry, but because we're creating something bigger than ourselves. A future where fried chicken can change the world. The applause was deafening. As the crowd cheered, Elon Musk took a moment to look around the restaurant. There were no more doubts in the air. KFC wasn't just a fast food restaurant anymore. It had become a symbol of what the future could hold. Months after the KFC revolution, the world had fully embraced Elon Musk's bold vision for the future of fried chicken. What had started as an absurd, eccentric experiment had morphed into something much bigger. A global movement combining innovation, sustainability, and generosity. The Tesla chicken cars zipped through streets delivering free meals to low-income communities, while the KFC drone delivery system made its rounds to neighborhoods, providing hot, fresh meals to those who couldn't afford them. The Elon Musk KFC meal box had become a symbol of the future, a unique combination of technology and heart. Customers were not just getting their meals. They were witnessing the fusion of convenience, kindness, and innovation. One evening, at an impromptu press conference in a bustling KFC location, Elon Musk took the stage, his usual wit and charm filling the room. You're probably wondering how we got here, he said, smiling. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. This whole KFC thing was actually a social experiment. I wanted to show that even in a world dominated by fast food and profit, we could use technology to create something good. The crowd fell silent, listening intently. "I've taken all the profits from this venture," he continued, "and I've put them into feeding those who need it most. All proceeds from KFC sales are now directed to feeding the homeless, providing sustainable meals for those who can't afford them, and making sure no one in this world goes hungry." A hush of awe spread through the room. "And you know what?" Elon grinned. "We're just getting started. The future of food isn't just about innovation. It's about using that innovation to take care of each other. I think we've done that, together." The applause was overwhelming, and as Elon stepped off the stage, he smiled, knowing that his strange, yet endearing, experiment had made a real difference.